officially a full-time running back this season. It's time.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to
near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do
defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They go again with Rawls. And fights through one man. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
First down, this is Rawls. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play, because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled, except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On second down, Rawls. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game, or good plays, You know, we say, file it away, lad. File it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie? When you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad? Yeah.
Rodgers now on first down. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So the offense has it first and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be knocked down sideways.
Occasionally, Randall Cobb somewhat gets taken for granted about his abilities with Green Bay, doesn't he?
Well, the numbers last year, solid but not amazing. Just over 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. But he complements everybody else, doesn't he?
He really does, and his versatility is so big for them because he can actually run back to the backfield.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson from 10 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks heading out, and for them, 5 straight years of double-digit victories and a playoff berth. They've had their run of the NFC West, and probably likely the favorites this season as well.
I would agree with that. The counter-culture Seahawks, because the way they evaluate is for their system, for their franchise, for their culture. Much more so than whether a guy fits everything that you're looking for to check off the box. Quarterback, he's supposed to be too short. He's one of the best in the game. And they win free agency.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 27 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Shifts past him and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. This time, Wilson will throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Jimmy Graham had a really tough injury in 2015 that ended his season, but what a bounce back in 2016. How did he not get any votes for Comeback Player of the Year?
I was just going to ask you that. Not that Jordy Nelson wasn't deserving, but 65 catches, 923 yards. That was the highest
increase in 2017.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin King, the rookie from Washington. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10:20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers making their way out. And again for them, feels like they're the team to beat in the NFC North. They've won that division 5 of the last 6 years. And Aaron Rodgers just feel like he has at least another Super Bowl left in the tank maybe, right?
I would say so, and I think there's probably some frustration that he hasn't gotten back to the Super Bowl after winning that one against Pittsburgh because one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, prime of his career. You don't want to waste that opportunity. And they came close last year going to the NFC Championship game. They want to take the next step. They have it all there in front of them. They know that they tend to rule that division. Now can they make that one last big jump in the NFC and get back to a Super Bowl?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year. But it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, fourth best in the league. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bennett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Rodgers going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just doing it a little bit better or not?
We'll find out. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First down, Seahawks, Wilson to Baldwin.
At some point, the doubters have to just kind of back off with Doug Baldwin, don't they? I mean, we're talking about back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, had over 90 catches in 2016. He's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, but he's going to be productive.
2016, also his first Pro Bowl as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Caught left side, Bennett. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Have you gotten used to seeing Martellus Bennett number 80? I mean, he's been number 88 his entire career, right?
And how about that? The fans selecting his jersey number.
Yeah, that was his idea. He put that out there on social media and said, here are a few choices. What should I wear? And he went with what the fans picked. Over 100,000 people weighed in.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Second down following the incompletion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers now on third and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson with Nelson. Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. On third down, Wilson going to Rawls on the dump-off. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest.
On it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing again here. Wilson. They set up the screen. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now the Packers get set to go. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Second down following the run. Here's Davis now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught. Nelson. The old connection. Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers going to... Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Oh, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaken up on the play. Still down. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch right, we got right. Check three.
Wilson, a give to Rawls. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. To throw is Wilson. Able to push his way through. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
From the 4, it's second and goal. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On the ground, Rawls. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The toss play to Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Every time we leave a Seattle game, I have the PA guy's voice in my head. Tackle by Bobby Wagner.
Well, he had 167 tackles last year. Not only led the NFL, that was the most in a single season in Seahawk history.
And how about this? His second All-Pro nomination. This guy is sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, making plays.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Room to run past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go.
And an alley to run. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out.